This week's top stories include why India is poised to become an electronics manufacturing hub, 10 questions to ask when finding a contract manufacturer, and how to avoid the worst of the US tariffs on Chinese imports. First up, India is working its way to become a major electronics manufacturing hub. Very few products bear a Made in India tag, and the Indian government wants to do something about it. In the past decade, the average disposable income of Indian consumers has been rising. More disposable income is creating a greater domestic demand for electronic products. But imports satisfy 75% of that demand. In efforts to solve this issue, the Indian government has launched a zero imports by 2020 policy. It features a combination of tax breaks, industry-wide incentives, ease in foreign direct investment rules, and a raise in import duties. Chinese companies like Xiaomi, Huawei, Lenovo Group, and even Korea's Samsung are already announcing plans to open manufacturing plants in India. India has now surpassed Vietnam as the world's second largest producer of mobile phones. And though China is the default option for most importers, India's new policies may provide tempting new benefits. Next up, 10 questions to ask when finding a contract manufacturer. Finding a CM can be difficult, especially when you're looking overseas. Here are some questions you should be asking. 1. What quantity are you planning to order in the first few years? 2. How much production volume do you expect relative to the number of SKUs? 3. How important is protecting your intellectual property? 4. Do you expect the CM to help you with product development, with compliance? 5. What is the capability of your potential CM? 6. What is your potential CM's QC capability, and what are their testing requirements? 7. Do they have elaborate inline testing equipment? 8. What level of liability do you expect from your CM? 9. What payment terms can they offer? And 10. What delivery terms do you want? These questions can be good starting points to get the conversation moving in the right direction. You don't necessarily have to cover all of them with each potential supplier, but definitely choose a few to prioritize. Finally, how to avoid the worst of the dreaded US tariff lists. The first two lists of taxed products released by the US government target intermediate inputs and capital requirements. These are goods like semiconductors, machinery, equipment parts, and industrial chemicals. The third list is a direct response to China's retaliatory tariffs on $50 billion of US goods. The tariffs may seem definitive and hopeless for importers, but there is a way around them. Companies that rely on a certain import from China can apply for what's called an exclusion request. This request, if approved by the US Trade Representative, will remove a specific item from the list. Companies applying for a request must identify a specific product and provide supporting data and rationale for an exclusion. The USTR is only accepting requests for the first round until October 9th of this year. Approval will likely take many more months, but it might be worth it if it means avoiding the 25% tariffs. Those are just the top 3 articles from this week. To read the other 2, follow the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week on Best in Manufacturing.